Healthcare workers and advocates sue Louisiana over a new state law which they say threatens women's lives. The law took effect October 1st and reclassified 2 abortion pills as controlled dangerous substances. Our partners at the Louisiana Illuminator report the lawsuit says the new law violates the state constitution, an argument Attorney General Liz Murrill rejects. Mifepristone and misoprostol can also be used to treat postpartum hemorrhaging. With the law in place, doctors say it's harder to access the drugs in emergency situations.